Yeah, boy, see what it is. Talk about my boy, my icon, my boy Dillinger for the Diggy Diggy Dog Pound. Yes. Yeah, boy, we here again. We back again for you, MC. MCing all the time. Yeah, boy. Yeah, here we go. Delmore Drew Ahmad. Born May 25th, 1973, known professionally as Daz Dillinger. As simply as Daz, formerly Dat Ninja Daz, is an American rapper, record producer, as well as a member of the Roof Death Row record label. In the early 1990s, he credited as the label and pioneer of the West Coast hits pop and gangster rap mainstream audience alongside Corrupt. He formed the hip hop duo The Dog Pound in 1992, that too, which whom he has released 8 albums. Also known as Daz, Dat Ninja Daz, Diggity Daz, Daz Dilly the Dog, born Delmore Drew Ahmad, May 25th, 1973, was makes him 52 years old in Long Beach, California. John was West Coast hip hop, gangster rap, and G Funk, occupations rapper, record producer, and songwriter. His labels are Doggy Style, Clark's EMI, Virgin, So So Def, Gangster, Advertising, period D, period P, period G, period Death Row, Interscope, members of the Dog Pound. Ahmad learned the production from Dr. Dre. His first major production credit was on Dr. Dre's debut solo album, The Chronic, in 1992. He further produced for his cousin Snoop Dogg's debut album, Doggy Style, in 1993, as well as Tupac Shakur, All Eyes on Me, in 1996. His debut studio album, Retaliation, Revenge of the Get Back, as well as his debut studio album, Retaliation, Revenge of the Get Back, in 1998, peaked within the top 10 of the Billboard's 200, and served as his only project with Death Row before founding his own label, Gangsta Adversary Records, in 2000, and co-founded DPG period D period P period G period Records and with Superfly the same year. Early life. Daz Dillinger was born and raised in Long Beach, California. His family includes cousins Snoop Dogg, Brandy, Ray J, and Mercedes Monroe, aka the wrestler Mercedes. Yes, he is related to Brandy and Ray J and Snoop Dogg. I think their family originated from Mississippi. Start of Death Row Records in 1992 to 1995. Daz began his music career at the age of 19. He was signed to Death Row Records and learned music production from Dr. Dre. After that, joining the Death Row Records label, Daz was featured on Death Row's Dr. Dre's debut solo album, The Chronic, in 1992. He contributed both rapping and production to the album. During this period, Daz also befriended the rapper Corrupt, and the two formed a duo called the Dog Pound. D-O-double-G for the D-T-P. The Dog Pound appeared on Snoop Dogg's debut solo album, Doggy Style, which was one of my favorite albums that introduced me to Snoop Dogg, which was released on Death Row Records album on the November 23rd, 1993. Formerly, Daz received co-production credits of two Doggy Styles tracks, Serial Killer and For All My Ninjas and Bias. However, Daz maintains that he provided uncredited production for large portions of the album, and Death Row CEO Suge Knight has remarked that Daz did pretty much the whole album, Doggy Style. Daz also produced tracks for the soundtracks to Above the Rim and Murder Was the Case. In the single What Would You Do, the Dog Pound sided with Dr. Dre against his former NWA groupmate Eazy-E and his label Ruthless Records. Later, as the ongoing East Coast West Coast hip hop rivalry began to escalate, the Dog Pound recorded a single New York, New York, which slotted the city. The Dog Pound followed these tracks with their debut album, 1995's Dog Food, which was certified platinum by RIAA. Growth of Death Row Records in 1996 to 1998. As East Coast West Coast rivalry intensified, Death Row led producers Dr. Dre increasingly distanced himself from the studio, disliking the studio's atmosphere and Suge Knight's leadership. In 1996, Tupac Shakur released his first Death Row album, All Eyes on Me. The album featured only 3 tracks produced by Dr. Dre, while Dash produced 5 tracks for the album, including the singles Two of America's Most Wanted and I Ain't Mad at You. The commercial success of All Eyes on Me raised Dash's stature as a producer, and he provided production and numerous Death Row albums, including Snoop Dogg's The Godfather, Nate Dogg's G-Funk Classics Volume 1 and Volume 2. I still had that bump to the day. I always be bumping that. And plus, rest in peace, Nate Dogg. I always bump that G-Funk Classics 1 and 2. I freaks with them both. You know what I mean. Keep it funky. Like George Clinton, Biggie, and Bone Thugs. And later raised Necessary Roughness in 1996. And 1997, Dash also contributed to the soundtrack of the 1997 film Gridlock. But gave us These Days, You Gotta Be Where. Who I know ain't no one got my back. Guess who we are? Who got my back? Nobody. Little John Gotti. These days. And Dr. Dre left Death Row in March 1996 to found the label Aftermath Entertainment. After Tupac was murdered in 1996, followed by Suge Knight being sentenced to prison for parole violation in 1997, numerous other artists, including Snoop Dogg, Corrupt, and Nate Dogg, departed from Death Row Records as well. This left Dash as the only platinum selling artist remaining on Death Row. On the Death Row roster, Dash released his debut solo album Retaliation, Revenge of the Get Back. Throughout the Death Row Records in March 1998, however, he too left the label later that year. DPG Records and Indie D period P period G period Records and Indie release post 1999. You know what it is where you find you and mind you with peace, love, and knowledge. Cucumber style. After leaving Death Row Records, Dash produced for artists like Corrupt, Superfly, and Be Legit. He also established his own label, DPG Records, on which he released his second solo album, 2000's Raw. In the following year, Dash was continued to focus on his own indie release and sales. As 2023, he released a total of 18 solo albums. Whew, you got me ugly face when you said that 18 solo albums. Good Lord, that's a lot of albums. And Dash and Fred reunited to release a second collaborative album, Dillinger and Young Gotti, in 2001. Because Death Row still owned the name The Dog Pound, they released Dillinger and Young Gotti under the name DPG. Despite this collaboration, relations departure between the two rappers after Corrupt signed to Death Row Records once more, and Dash repeatedly insulted Corrupt in songs and interviews. Dash and Corrupt ultimately reconciled as the West Coast Unity event that Snoop Dogg hosted in 2005, Deuce 005. After gaining rights to the moniker The Dog Pound, Corrupt left Death Row again, and Dash closed his brief time with Jermaine Dupri So Death Record recordings. Since then, The Dog Pound was released several more albums, including Pacific Streak of 5 albums between 2005 and 2010. In 2020, Dash united with Queen MC, Capone, one half of Capone, and Noriega for a collaborative album titled Guidelines. His discography studio albums Retaliation, Venge, and Get Back 1998, Raw, the period R, period A, period W, period 2000. This is the Life I Lead 2002. DPGC, you know what I'm throwing up 2003. I Got Love for These Streets 2004. The Dog Pound Gangsta LP 2005. Gangsta Crunk, 2005. So So Gangsta, 2006. Gangsta Party, 2007. Only on the Left Side, 2008. Public Enemies, 2009. Ain't spelled like the E-E-M-A-E-Y. It's spelled E-E-M-I-E-Z. Radical for You and Me. Bust it. Public Matter of Days in 2010. The D-A-Z in 2011. With it, 2012. Weed Money, 2014. Daz Masters in 2010, 18. Dad Ninja Daz, you know the word rhymes with figure. And 2023, Molly Wop, one of my favorite albums. 2023, Adventures of the Dilly the Dog. 2024, Retaliation, Revenge of the Get Back. 2025, Revenge of the Get Back 2, for me and you. 2025, Retaliation, Revenge of the Get Back 3, for the man smokes trees. In 2025, Rata Racing. 2025, Valentine's Day the album. 2026, collab albums, Long Beach to Fillmore with JT the Bigger Figure, one of my idols in this game. 2001, The Game for Sale with JT the Bigger Figure. 2001, Don't Go to Sleep with Machiavelli. 2001, Rest in Peace, Machiavelli. Rest in Peace, Frank White. Rest in Peace, The Devil's Son-in-Law, aka Biggie, Tupac, and Eazy-E. Go check out them albums I had, them videos I made for them. All the way like it's 2003, all the way from 2003. Get That Paper with the Frat House, 2009. Southwest with New Wayne, 2003. West Coast Gangsta S with Dub C, 2013. Cousins with Snoop Dogg, 2016. ATTLA with Big Gip, The Hero. From Goody Mob, along with Timo Goody, Big Gip Goody, CeeLo Goody, and Cujo Goody. 2020, Guidelines with Capone. 2022, The Legacy with Lil Eazy-E. 2023, awards nominated in 1996 Grammy Awards for the best rap performance by a duo or a group with Corrupt. What would you do? And that's the story of Diggity Dash one more again. So make sure you like, first and foremost. Make sure you hit that notification. Second and foremost, make sure you subscribe. Third and foremost, and make sure you view it. Fourth and foremost, in the words of the late great John Witherspoon from Vampire Brooklyn, God loves me and God loves you.